In the mill, Daniel's in trouble for organising a protest. Today, how has our right to protest moved on? London's May Day rally is part of an international show of solidarity among workers, students and socialists. Taking part is University of the Arts Union President and Labour activist Shelly.
There was probably a series of things that made me angry. So I come from a very typically working class family, but now a lot of the industry where I'm from doesn't really exist. And for a number of years now, both my parents have been unemployed.
Starting university in 2010, she suddenly found herself surrounded by like-minded people.
So I started going on demonstrations pretty much as soon as I moved to London. The student demonstrations about fees, the cuts to EMA, cuts to benefits.
Workers in the Industrial Revolution had a similar experience.
For the Industrial Revolution, workers were scattered across farms and villages, and it was really difficult for them to communicate with each other. When they moved to the mills and the mines, it suddenly became a lot easier for them to unite around a common cause, such as low wages, long hours, the fact they couldn't vote. Just outside Manchester in 1819 at St Peter's Field, they organised a very large pro-democracy rally. Over 60,000 people there. They were all peaceful protesters, but the government got spooked and sent in the cavalry. In the end, 15 died and more than 600 were injured.
Today we have a right to peaceful protest made law in the 1998 Human Rights Act. Some fear it's being eroded by use of anti-terror legislation, undercover policing and excess use of force, but others feel they need to test the law to get their point across, with knock-on effects for peaceful protesters. Shelly says she's been contained or kettled several times by police, most recently in January at a Birmingham University protest over student fees.
Suddenly people started saying that they couldn't get out. It was freezing cold, people were peeing in front of each other, which is horrendous.
That night, several were arrested for vandalism and trespass, and Birmingham police issued the following statement: "We strongly refute any suggestions of containing or kettling a lawful protest." Despite the risks, Shelley's not about to give up.
I'll be active for the rest of my life, so long as there are things to get angry about.
Like getting better pay for cleaners at her university.
We went outside the Vice-Chancellor's briefings, made some noise, waved some banners, as you do, and just this week the university has announced that it will now release more funds to the agency that employs the cleaners and give them London living wage. It feels good to be fighting for something. It feels good to be amongst people that are like-minded. I think I'll always be struggling.